Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into a huge debate that's rocking the tech world. Are we regulating AI too much, potentially killing innovation in its crib? Or are these regulations a necessary safety net to prevent a dystopian future? The CEO of Capgemini, just dropped a bombshell, claiming the EU has gone too far with its AI rules. This isn't just some armchair critic. This is the head of a global tech giant. So, what's the real story here? Are we about to hand the AI future to the US and China? Let's find out. Okay, so here's the gist of it. In a recent interview, the CEO of Capgemini, didn't mince words. He directly challenged the EU's approach to AI regulation, specifically pointing fingers at the upcoming AI Act. He argues that the current framework is overly cautious, potentially hindering Europe's ability to compete in the global AI race, as it suggests that the EU's focus on risk assessment and compliance is so burdensome that it will stifle innovation and drive investment elsewhere, namely to the US and China, which he perceives as having a more innovation-friendly environment. This is a serious accusation, and it's coming from someone with a deep understanding of the technology and the global market. So, what exactly is this AI Act that's causing so much controversy? Well, the EU's AI Act is a comprehensive piece of legislation designed to regulate the development and deployment of AI systems within the European Union. It categorizes AI systems based on their perceived risk levels, with the highest risk systems facing the strictest regulations. Think facial recognition in public spaces, AI used in critical infrastructure, or AI that could potentially manipulate human behavior. The Act aims to ensure that AI systems are safe, ethical, and respect fundamental rights. Sounds good on paper, right? But here's where the debate gets interesting. Critics argue that the Act's broad scope and stringent requirements could create a compliance nightmare for businesses, particularly smaller companies and startups, potentially suffocating innovation before it even has a chance to breathe. Imagine trying to navigate a mountain of paperwork just to launch a new AI-powered app. It's a daunting prospect. This is where the butterfly effect comes into play. A small change in regulations can have a massive impact on the entire AI ecosystem. If the EU's AI Act is too restrictive, it could trigger a chain reaction. Companies might choose to avoid the EU market altogether, opting instead to focus on regions with less stringent regulations. Talented AI researchers and engineers might be lured away by more attractive opportunities in the US or China. Venture capital firms might shy away from investing in European AI startups. The result? Europe could fall behind in the AI race, missing out on the economic benefits and strategic advantages that come with being a leader in this transformative technology. It's a high-stakes game, and the consequences of getting it wrong could be significant. The EU's emphasis on risk assessment is a key point of contention. While it's certainly important to identify and mitigate the potential risks associated with AI, some argue that the current approach is overly cautious and bureaucratic. The AI Act requires companies to conduct extensive risk assessments before deploying AI systems, demonstrating compliance with a wide range of requirements. This can be a time-consuming and expensive process, particularly for smaller companies with limited resources. Imagine a small startup developing a new AI-powered medical diagnostic tool. They might face significant hurdles in getting their product to market, even if it has the potential to save lives. The fear is that these regulatory burdens will stifle innovation and prevent promising AI applications from reaching their full potential. Of course, the ethical considerations surrounding AI are crucial. We need to ensure that AI systems are fair, transparent, and accountable. We need to protect against bias, discrimination, and the misuse of AI technology. The EU's AI Act aims to address these concerns by promoting ethical AI development and deployment. But the question is, can we achieve these goals without stifling innovation? Is it possible to strike a balance between protecting fundamental rights and fostering a thriving AI ecosystem? This is the delicate balancing act that policymakers are grappling with. It's not an easy problem to solve, and there are no simple answers. While the EU is busy crafting its AI regulations, the US and China are taking a different approach. The US has generally adopted a more hands-off approach, focusing on promoting innovation and economic growth. China, on the other hand, has invested heavily in AI research and development with the goal of becoming a global leader in the field. Both countries have their own strengths and weaknesses, but they share a common goal: to dominate the AI landscape. This creates a competitive environment that could put the EU at a disadvantage if it's too slow to adapt. Imagine a scenario where US and Chinese companies are able to develop and deploy AI systems much faster than their European counterparts. This could give them a significant competitive edge, potentially leading to a loss of jobs and economic opportunities in Europe. The stakes are high, and the pressure is on. Now, let's not forget that the EU is well aware of these concerns. Thierry Breton, the European Commissioner for Internal Market, has been a vocal defender of the AI Act, arguing that it's necessary to protect citizens and ensure that AI is used for good. He insists that the EU is not trying to stifle innovation, but rather to create a framework that fosters trust and confidence in AI technology. He points to the potential benefits of the AI Act, such as promoting ethical AI development, protecting fundamental rights, and creating a level playing field for businesses. But the debate continues, and the question remains. Is the AI Act the right approach, or is it too restrictive? Here's the risk warning. If the EU doesn't get this right, it could face serious consequences. We're talking about potentially losing out on billions of dollars in investment, thousands of jobs, and the opportunity to be a leader in one of the most transformative technologies of our time. This isn't just about economic competitiveness, it's about strategic autonomy. If Europe becomes too reliant on AI technology developed in the US or China, it could become vulnerable to foreign influence and control. This is a risk that policymakers need to take seriously. We need to find a way to balance regulation with innovation, ensuring that Europe remains a vibrant and competitive player in the global AI arena. The future of Europe's tech landscape hangs in the balance. So, what's the solution? Well, it's not a simple one. It requires a delicate balancing act between regulation and innovation. The EU needs to be flexible and adaptable, willing to adjust its AI regulations as the technology evolves. It needs to foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, encouraging investment in AI research and development. It needs to work closely with businesses and researchers to ensure that the AI Act is practical and effective. And most importantly, it needs to communicate its vision clearly and effectively, reassuring businesses and citizens that it's committed to creating a thriving AI ecosystem in Europe. This is a challenge that requires collaboration, compromise, and a willingness to think outside the box. Ultimately, the debate over the EU's AI regulations is about more than just compliance costs and bureaucratic hurdles. It's about the future of Europe, its economic competitiveness, and its strategic autonomy. The stakes are high, and the decisions that policymakers make in the coming months will have a profound impact on the AI landscape for years to come. So, what do you think? Has the EU gone too far with its AI regulations? Or are these regulations a necessary safeguard to protect citizens and ensure that AI is used for good? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the latest tech news and trends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.